everybody, I'm Jo, resident chef at Clean Eating Magazine, and today we're here on our beautiful set after one of our video shoots, and I just wanted to take a couple of minutes to answer some of your questions in this exclusive YouTube video. What I like about eating clean is that you can really enjoy the ingredients as natural as possible. You know, we don't have to mess with good quality products. If you go to the farmer's market, you know, you get those beautiful greens, you get a delicious organic chicken breast, you get, you know, farm fresh eggs, and you don't have to mess with them or add lots of salt and sugar and oil and fat and all that business just to make something taste good. And eating clean means you can enjoy things in its most natural state, and it makes you feel so good. I mean, when you're eating things that are healthy and nutritious, you'll notice the change in your body, you'll notice the change in your mood and the way you feel, and that's the best thing about eating clean. My 5 favorite clean eating ingredients are lemons, definitely to start. I season everything with lemon. I'll even just squeeze lemon juice and drink it straight. Olive oil, for sure, because that's, you know, the staple sort of go-to oil for anything that I do. Spinach, and I love baby spinach because you don't have to wash it. You know, you don't have to wash it, you don't have to mess with it. It's already clean, it's done. Quinoa, for sure, because it's such a good grain, it's a protein, you know, it's really such a versatile ingredient. And then, let's see, maybe garlic. Garlic, definitely garlic. One of the best things you can add to your food for good flavor. And you know what? Actually, if you put all those things together, you could have dinner. Oh, the most versatile spice, and the one that I have in my kitchen, is most definitely cumin. Now, that's sort of followed really closely by smoked paprika, which I'm kind of addicted to a little bit, and actually the combination of both of them are so good. Cumin is used in so many different things, so many different ethnic cuisines. It's just fantastic. It adds that really earthiness and a lot of good flavor. Smoked paprika is so amazing. As soon as you smell it, as soon as you open that jar or smell something that's got smoked paprika on it, oh my gosh, it's so good. And for vegetarians, you know, smoked paprika is such a great addition to things like tofu, because if you're vegetarian, you're really sort of missing your bacon. And, you know, I have my vegetarian friends that swear that bacon's the only thing they miss. You can make tofu taste really amazing and have that really smoky flavor like bacon. My favorite metabolism boosting food, most definitely cayenne pepper. I put cayenne pepper in just about everything. I'll sprinkle it on, you know, any of my marinades. I'll use it in any of my marinades, just a pinch. I even put it in my fresh squeezed juice. So if I'm doing a vegetable juice in the morning, you know, my beets and carrots and apple and all that good stuff, I'll put a little pinch of cayenne pepper in there, and it just like gets your metabolism going right away in the morning. And if you're scared of the heat, just use a little bit. Just use a tiny little bit and sort of work your way up, and then I guarantee you'll really like it. The easiest cooking technique, in my opinion, is roasting. Now, I'm not talking about, you know, like roasting a big giant roast or a turkey, because that's really intimidating for people. But if you're gonna bake a chicken breast or fish, roast it in the oven, a little bit of olive oil, a little bit of lemon juice, salt and pepper on a parchment-lined baking sheet. That way there's no cleanup and you're good to go. It's simple, you know, it's a set it and forget it type of thing. You don't have to mess with it. It's perfect, very easy. My essential kitchen gadget is my rasp. I love it. I use it for everything. You can use it for garlic, for dark chocolate, for lemon zest. It's a perfect multi-purpose tool, and I love that. I'm not such a fan of gadgets that are only good for one thing. The rasp is essential. Some of my favorite snacks that I love to eat in between meals are anything savory. So I'm a real savory person. Like you know, back in the day, I was an old cheese and baguette and salami, like that type of thing. But you can just alter that to fit your clean eating lifestyle. You know, use whole grain baguette, low fat cheese. You know, you can buy an all natural ham if you really need that bit of protein. And you know, what else do I have? Cottage cheese with a little sprinkle of cayenne pepper on it. So good. Hard boiled eggs. You know, if you need a little bit of protein, that's a perfect little kick. Anything like that, you know, snacks, I always try to incorporate a little protein and a little bit of carb in what I'm eating, because that really keeps you balanced and keeps you fuller longer. You know, a lot of times we just go for these carb loaded snacks that have got tons of sugar, and you just end up crashing. So you really have to make sure you incorporate protein, which is always what I try to do. And besides, it tastes good. When I'm making dinner just for myself, I keep it so simple. I'll make those shirataki noodles, you know, the ones with the tofu noodles that come in a little bag of water. I'll make those with my homemade tomato sauce, a little bit of Parmesan cheese, sometimes some chicken, some sausage, whatever I've got. I love that. I also make a big giant salad, like huge, as big as my sink, and I'll eat it in my mixing bowl, like right out of the mixing bowl. I don't even bother putting it on a plate. Why bother? You're by yourself. Why dirty another plate? It's perfect. I love having people over, and when I host a dinner party, they're actually sometimes the lucky recipients of some of my recipe testing for the magazine. So they're my little guinea pigs. So I'll try out new recipes on them. But sort of my staples are things that, you know, that I cook a lot. The biggest mistake people make when they're having a dinner party is they try and overcomplicate things, and they get all stressed and freaked out, and, you know, try and make things that are with a million ingredients. You don't need any of that business. I'll buy a really good quality steak, like a flank steak or a beef tenderloin. You know, I'll serve it with some fresh market vegetables, depending on the time of year. You know, if it's fall, I'll just roast them off in the oven. That way I'm not fussing around with frying pans, any of that stuff. You know, for dessert, some fresh fruit is always beautiful. You can drizzle a little bit of honey on it with a little rose water if you want. Like, just something nice and simple and fresh is always good for me, and then I'm not stressed out. Cleaning up old favorite recipes is a question that I get a lot. You know, we all love those comfort foods that our moms and our grandmas made, and a lot of times they're loaded with oil and they've got tons of cheese and cream and all that business in it. Now, you've really got to take a look at the recipe, and you know, you can take the oil and pretty much cut that in half, or just use a cooking spray. You know, use a non-stick pan instead of a regular frying pan. You know, you can remove half the cheese, generally half the amount of cream. You could substitute cream, sour cream, anything that's creamy. Use Greek yogurt instead, the non-fat Greek yogurt. You can cook with it, and it still has that creamy, amazing flavor, and you're still gonna get that mouth feel and that texture that you want. If it's got like a fatty cut of meat, you know, you can substitute that for something lean. You know, chicken thighs with skin on them become boneless, skinless chicken breast. You know, a ribeye steak becomes a flank steak or a tenderloin. You know, just take a look at the recipe, cut out anything that's obviously fatty, take a look at the cooking techniques, you know, and if you can roast something, if you can bake something, obviously deep frying is out of the question, so don't even try it. There's nothing clean eating about deep frying, okay? So it doesn't matter what kind of oil you try and make it in. So no deep fried, you know, try and bake stuff instead. And, you know, if anyone has any questions, they can always email me. Thanks for joining us. We hope you're enjoying our clean eating video series. We're having a lot of fun making them for you. Now don't forget to like us on Facebook, follow us on Twitter, and subscribe to this YouTube channel. Now, if you have any questions for me, I'll be answering them in this exclusive YouTube video series. Email us to webeditorial@cleaneatingmag.com. Happy clean eating!